Hello, Elle. Thank you for your time. This is Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is twofold. One is to give you some techniques, tips, and tricks you could use on your website to increase your online traffic, your leads, and your business. And two is to compare your website to local competitors' website in the area, see if those techniques could outrank them, get you more on the top of the page of Google, which will increase your leads and your traffic. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. And whatever I talk about here, they're free tips to you could use on your website. But if you want to talk about that or anything else, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, let's talk about these steps. So first is homepage. So for your content, you need 1,500 to 2,000 words, just depending on the competition number of keywords needed. So keyword is anything that someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. So right now, you got a nice laid out format to your website. Actually, I won't change a whole lot on the front, like your services here, you're approachable, but I would just increase some of your content, your keywords, and the more keywords you have, the more searchability you have on Google. So speaking of Google, if I was living in the Powder Springs, Georgia area, I might type this in. This is a service you do, HVAC in Powder Springs, Georgia. Here's what typically comes up. Ads come up here. They're hit or miss here. They're a good investment if you haven't done it already. But it's a good way to be right in front of the face of consumers. There's a way to optimize this to beat these competitors up top. But sometimes consumers keep scrolling down. They might look at the map pack here. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we call these organics right here. So the goal is to organically be on the top of the page as much as you can for any kind of service you do or area you provide for, not just Powder Springs, Georgia, but anywhere else you go in that area. Typically, we don't count directories like Angie's List and Yelp because consumers, they're going to go to a local company, especially if it's an emergency type of service. So you got some top competitors here like Reliable Air, and here's a list. But then like the second competitor is this Ragsdale. So even if you could beat this competitor here, your website can beat them, you'll be on top here, even close to them. And that'll increase your presence and value exponentially just beating this web page right here. So to do that comparison, there's a tool here we use called Hrefs, and here's your URL right here. So that's what I was saying, on your website, you don't have any keywords right now. So keywords give you that electricity, that power to be found by Google. So that's number one thing. You got to increase your keywords on your web page. So compare this to a local competitor. Here's their, this is one of their sub pages. They have a main website. So their main page is giving them some search power too. It's helping them build this back page up. But here's their numbers for their back page. So that's what I'm saying. They're using 15 keywords. Great thing about keywords, you don't have to recreate the wheel. You do a deep dive into your competitor's website. If any of these keywords apply to you, which most of them do, most of them do. So you could tag them on your website, you optimize them, you give them that search volume, and right there you're just matching your competitor. But over time, you get creative on your keywords. You keep adding with all the services you do, all the areas you provide for, and that's how you start dominating your competition and get this big name out of your backyard in that Powder Springs. Second is a backlink. So a backlink is anywhere where your business name number, this is where one website should link it to another website. So these links act like an endorsement of your website from others, and Google will use that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. It's also like a popularity contest. A person with the most backlinks wins, but keep it in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. It's important to have strong, relevant backlinks to your website. If you have websites outside your industry, doesn't give you that search power, that trust power of Google. So right now you have 4 backlinks with 4 reference domains. I would also increase this as well. So comparing that to your competitor, so their subpage is going to show them no backlinks, but they're getting a lot of trust power, search power with Google because their main pages have a lot of backlinks. That's giving them that power. So these numbers here are getting this traffic compared to what traffic you're getting here. So even if you increase your keywords, you're going to get close to beating that top competitor in the area and really increase your presence and your leads. It won't take much to beat them, actually. And then finally, there's the citations, as I was saying earlier. So thirdly is a citation. So this is where your business name and your number and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. So if you do have that Powder Springs address, business address, you want to be in the top 3 here. Much like on pages 2 or 3 of Google, people don't click for more services. People don't click this button for more services. So you want to be in the top 3, right in front of the face of consumers. And to do that, you increase your citations with directories like a Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, hundreds of others you've probably heard of. Also, social media accounts are great here too. So the idea here is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank above them. So with your web page, once your content, your backlinks, your citations, once they all come together, you really start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at, why that's worth it. To be in the eyes of consumers here on the map pack, and appear organically with all the services you do and all the areas you provide for. So not sure what your margins are, but I imagine that would generate some pretty decent revenue. Also, there's many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I create this video for you to start generating those leads yourself online. But if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I can help you out with that and give you some more information, or we can just talk about goals and I can do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, what it might take to reach those goals. So if you wouldn't mind leaving me a line or two of feedback on this video, I'd love to know your thoughts about it. And I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing, and thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.